Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video we are starting part 2 of the showcase of my Bee's Knees Lacquer collection. We left off over here with Hocus Crocus in part 1, so now we're going to continue on with our H's. I will say that I think possibly starting at this point on, I have most of them alphabetized. But in order to squeeze as many polishes into each row, I have shuffled around some of the older bottles together because when they're side by side, more polishes fit on each row. So some of them might not be in exact alphabetical order. But the next one that we're going to look at is this really pretty shimmer polish. This was called Hete and it was from 2021. This was one of the monthly monsters from February of 2021. This is a very pretty soft blue-green aqua shade. It's got a bunch of shifting shimmer in it. Again, we've got shifts between gold, red, and green. This is a very, very pretty color. I believe the formula on this one was a bit on the sheer side. Most of these type of intense shimmer polishes are going to be in somewhat of a jelly base. That way when you layer it on your nail, you aren't drowning out the first layer of that beautiful shimmer. So that one again was Hete 2021. The next polish is this really beautiful magnetic. This actually has original UP in it as well. This one is called He's Left His Mark on My Heart. It is a UP and magnetic from the What We Do in the Shadows collection. And this was one that I actually missed out on when it was first released, and it was because I had the name written down wrong and I didn't recognize it when I was doing my shopping. So I made sure to get the name right when it was restocked. And I grabbed this a couple of months ago, I think, and it is a really beautiful magnetic, very unique to my collection. This one, as you can see, it's like a blackened blue base. You've got a silver blue magnetic pull, and then you've got that UP in there flashing from red to green to gold. It is a very unique polish to my collection, and just look at it even unmagnetized. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. So very happy to have that one in my collection. That was He's Left His Mark on My Heart. Next up is another one of the reflective polishes from, I think, April's release. This one is called Hello Bryce Quinlan from the House of Sand and, now I'm going to forget what that is, House of Sand and Bone, maybe? I could be wrong. But in any case, it was from the HOSAB collection. This is another one that has an absolutely stunning multi-chrome pigment in it. Look at all the shifts in there. Just dazzling. Then it also has the reflective component in it. Very, very, very pretty. This is it in 2 coats with a top coat. The reflective polishes do have a tendency of drying down a bit more thirsty than your standard glitter, so depending on the top coat that you use, you might need more than 1 coat. This one I think did leave it a little bit textured still. Probably could have used a second coat, or I could have used a glitter grabber underneath 1 layer of top coat. But look at the beautiful shifts on that. And I want to say that the reflective glitters on this aren't just silver, but I don't remember on this one. But in any case, the multi-chrome part of it is just absolutely stunning. Love this one a lot. So that was Hello Bryce Quinlan. The next one is another shimmer polish. This one is called Hope Strengthens, Fear Kills from the Fever series. This is another one that I was really excited to see when it was released. This is another really stunning shimmer polish. It has somewhat of a light green base. Again, full of that beautiful shifting shimmer. I'm seeing different shades of green, pink, and gold. Very, very pretty against this soft base, and just look at that glow. Very, very pretty. So that one was Hope Strengthens, Fear Kills. The next polish is one of their older bottles and one of their first polishes that I totally fell in love with. I went back and actually got a backup bottle of this, and that's one of the bottles that I cannot find. So I'm sure it has to be around here somewhere, but this one is House on Haunted Chill. This is a very beautiful shade of Blurple. It is full of this larger glass fleck shimmer and a smaller particle shimmer in there as well. I see pink, gold, and green. Very, very beautiful, and the shade of this is just lovely. You see how at that angle the shimmer against this base shifts to a lovely aqua green. Just beautiful. And on the nail, I don't know if the purple will come across, but it definitely is purple on the nail. I think on camera, the base is coming across a lot bluer than it is. That's a bit more color accurate, but definitely one of my favorites. That was House on Haunted Chill. The next one is this topper here. This one is called I Choose Violence, and I believe this one is either a UP pigment or a UP sibling pigment. This does have that red to green to gold shift, and it has a translucent base. So as you can see here, you can put it over, this is it on its own. This is over a dark color. I don't know offhand what color I may have used, possibly just a black cream, but that does have a nice soft, delicate glow to it. Definitely pops, as you can see, against those darker colors, but that was I Choose Violence. The next polish is this multichrome here. This is I Just Wanted a Sister. I believe this came out in the Marvel series that she did for some multichromes, I think a few years back by now. This one I had eyed at the time, and I don't know why I didn't grab it back then. But I did end up grabbing it on, I think, one of her sales or possibly one of her restocks. I don't remember when I did end up grabbing it, but I grabbed it. Eventually I was able to add it to my collection. This is a stunning multichrome. The main colors that I'm seeing are purple to magenta, gold, blue, green, orange. It's really hard to pinpoint just a few colors because it is so shifty. Look at all the colors that you're seeing along the edge. Just beautiful. So that one was I Just Wanted a Sister, and I think this is the only multichrome that I did pick up from that collection. The next one is a beautiful like watermelon or maybe strawberry lemonade shade. This is I Need a Positive Navigator. This came out in the Lore Olympus collection. This is another really beautiful shade. This is two colors that I really enjoy together, sort of a peachy pink with a blue shimmer. The shimmer in here also shifts at certain angles to other shades. So you see different shades of pink, blue, and purple. And I love it against this strawberry lemonade sort of electric shade. So that one was I Need a Positive Navigator. The next polish is this flaky polish here. This is I'll Give Them a Witch from the Fear Street collection. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this one might have come out as a mystery. This one has these really beautiful purple flakies in it, purple metallic flakies. Then you have a very strong shifting shimmer in there. There you can see the blue to green to gold to red. This is another fairly unique polish to my collection. I don't have too many polishes with those purple metallic flakies, and definitely none that have this exact combination of the shimmer with those beautiful flakies. So that one was I'll Give Them a Witch. The next polish is a beautiful blue shimmer. This is I'll See You in the Slipstream. This is another from the Fever series. This is a lovely soft shade of blue. Might have a pinch of purple in it, and look at that shift. You've got a very strong pink to gold to green shimmer in there. I also love the size of the particles that are in here. You can see them as almost like a glass fleck size. Not exactly a flaky, but definitely a larger particled shimmer. Very beautiful. Again, I love the pink against this beautiful blue. So that one was I'll See You in the Slipstream. The next polish is this one here called Ice to My Fever, another from the Fever series. This one is actually kind of hard to describe. It's kind of pink, kind of mauve, a bit of purple. It's a very interesting, soft, delicate shade, and it is full of shimmer. You've got a very strong blue flash, sort of a mix between blue and purple. On the very face of it, you've got the blue, then you've got purple behind it. I think those are the two main colors that I'm seeing in that shift. But as you can see along the edge of the bottle, you can almost get a little bit of orange to pop. So it's a really beautiful and unique shade. That again was Ice to My Fever. The next polish is another one of their older bottles. This one is called I've Got My Eye on You. This is a magnetic polish. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like magnetized in the bottle. Look at that. Turns the sort of a gray-green base a bit darker. You can see a bit more of the green. And then all of that shimmer really pops against that base, and the blue to purple sort of pulls into that magnetic line. I think you can see more of the purple and pink along this edge of the bottle. You can also see some flakies in there as well, kind of popping there in an indigo and blue. I'm not too sure if they are multichrome flakies or iridescent, but this is another one that's pretty unique to my collection. There you can see the blue magnetic pull on the nail. Very cool polish. So that is I've Got My Eye on You, and I think I did end up getting this one from a D-stash. The next polish I think is another favorite. This is another old polish called Inlet by Moonlight. This is a really beautiful juicy purple loaded with these gorgeous iridescent flakies and a ton of shimmer. And look at how much that just pops against the purple base. Really intense, and the red flecks that you're seeing are those iridescent flakies. Really gorgeous combination. See it on the nail. You've got that juicy purple, the flash of the green across the face, and then the twinkles of those flakies. Definitely a favorite. That one was Inlet by Moonlight. The next polish is another magnetic and another one of their older polishes. This is Look Isn't a Superpower. I believe this one came out from a Deadpool collection, and this is a very interesting color. Look at those flakies in here. This is a really beautiful gray, and you can definitely see all of the rainbows of the flakies popping. Along the edge of the bottle, you can see the pink and purple popping up as well from the shimmer. So let's see how it looks magnetized. So you see that aqua being pulled up into the magnetic line. I don't think it's coming across as strongly in the bottle as some polishes, but I think you can sort of see it there, that purple to aqua flash. And this is how it looked when I swatched it. Love the rainbow effect of all of those flakies, and you get a somewhat of a speckled look. There's something else in here that I can't quite place, but you can see the gray base, the rainbow of the flakies, and then the speckled look that you're seeing is another component that I can't quite identify. Maybe it's a micro glitter or a very small flaky, but I love the effect that it has. So that one was Luck Isn't a Superpower. The next polish is another very unique polish to my collection. This is Crochet, and it is from Buzzmas 2021, and it was a mystery. This one is another really beautiful shade of that grayed out purple that I really like, and this one has these amazing flakies in it that make it really unique in that color. You've got red, gold, and green. I'm not sure if these are also maybe the black to red multichrome flakies, but just look at all the colors that you're seeing. You've got orange, gold, red, green at other angles. I think you can see a little bit of blue popping up there for a second. So at extreme angles, you'll see that blue. Just a gorgeous combination, and I love it in this base. So that was Crochet. The next polish is another shimmer. This one is Lady of Oceans from the Nevernight Chronicles. This is gorgeous. Look at the shade of that blue. It's actually coming across a bit more vibrant on camera than it is in person. In person, it's sort of a dusty teal, but look at that intense shimmer. Bright pink, vivid orange. It is so beautiful in this base. There's a little bit of gold popping up there. Another one that's pretty unique to my collection, I don't think I have too many colors in this type of very unique tealy blue, and I love that shimmer. Just beautiful. So that one was Lady of Oceans. The next one is another absolute stunner of a polish. I'm probably repeating myself so much on that, but this one is called Lilikoi, and this one came out in HHC's 6th birthday celebration. It is stunning. The base of this one is a beautiful purple, and it is just jam-packed full of shifting shimmer. The shimmer is a beautiful orange to gold to red, and I just love the warm glow that this one has against that stunning purple base. So that one was called Lilikoi. The next polish is another mauve or dusty purple. This one is called Little Spill, and it came out in the Haunting of Hill House 3rd anniversary. This is another very unique polish. It's another one in the family of those dusty purples that I really like, gray leaning purples, and this one has a beautiful shimmer in it that is sort of a pink to gold to aqua. And I really like the combination. I actually just recently saw swatches of this. I was looking for swatches of another color from my Bee's Knees collection and ran across the swatches for this one, and I was very happy to remember that I did have this one in my collection. So that one was a little spill. The next polish is this one called Mab. I believe this one might have been a freebie that came out a while back. I don't actually remember on this one. If anyone remembers, let me know down below. But it's a really beautiful shade of like a dusty, sagey blue, if that makes sense. It's got a pinch of green in it, but there's also definitely blue. Then that shimmer, you can see it shifting from red to green to gold. Very beautiful. And it's really nice against this sort of a creamy base. So that one was Mab. The next one is a flaky polish. This one is Made. This one came out in a Court of Silver Flames. This is another combination that I absolutely adore. I love these brighter blurply shades with a warm glow of either flaky or shimmer or both. I love the contrast. I think on camera this is coming across a little bit more blue than it is in person. I mean, it does have blue in it, but it is more of a blurple shade. Look at the size of that flaky. Wow. But the flakies, again, I just love against this base, and it is somewhat of a squishy formula. So that one was Made. The next polish is another polish that has those holographic flakies that I really like. This is Madness or Cheese, and this one was a respawn. I don't remember what from. Maybe it was like a requested respawn. I know she's been taking a lot of requests for restocks from previous polishes, so it's possible that that's what this is from. But this is another really gorgeous polish. I'm gonna have to pull not Alignment with the Thorn in its Paw. That one's back here. This one's bluer by comparison. I think the other one that I'm thinking of is Tartarus, and I think this one is sort of in between the two. Let's see. So the one on the right is Tartarus, the one on the left is Madness or Cheese. So they have a very similar idea. They are more different than I initially thought. Obviously they've got different shimmers going on in them. You've got a brighter pink in Tartarus, whereas you've got that bright gold popping on the face of Madness or Cheese. They do both have those beautiful holographic flakies that I love, so thus the comparison. And then just to compare all three, A Lion with a Thorn in Its Paw from part 1. There we go. 3 of the polishes that I can think of right off the bat that have those gorgeous holographic flakies. So that one was Madness or Cheese. The next polish is another beautiful purple. This is Master of Alchemy. This is another stunner of a color, such a rich, juicy purple. And again, you've got one of my favorite shimmers, that green to red to gold. This one also has aqua and different shades of like orange to yellow. It's really stunning. Look at how vibrant those colors are right there. Just beautiful. So that one was Master of Alchemy. Alright, so that was it for tray number 1. I'm going to go ahead and switch this out to tray number 2. Alright, so here we are at tray number 2. This one is a wider acrylic tiered tray that I have, and we are going to continue on with our M's. This one is Mermaid Scales. This is another one of her older polishes. This one is a really beautiful deep ocean teal, full of shimmer. You can see mainly a beautiful green across the face, but along the edge of the bottle you can see it shifting to pink and orange. Gorgeous combination. Definitely beautiful mermaid shade. So that was Mermaid Scales. So I took a little break in between filming, so I have different nail polish on now, but we're going to continue on with our Bee's Knees Lacquer. This next one is Nacl. This is a really beautiful purple polish with some green shimmer and some multichrome flakies. You can really see that shimmer in there. You can see some pink along the edge of the bottle too, which is really strong. And on the nail swatch there, you can see those multichrome flakies. I see mostly green and maybe a little bit of a shift of gold, but I think there might be a secondary component in there that has a bit more blue in it. think you can see those sort of right there. So that beautiful blurple was Nacl. The next polish is another one of their older polishes and a magnetic. This one is called Prototype 271, and this is a really beautiful sheer polish. It sort of reminds me of another one of the polishes that I have that is somewhat in the same type of polish, where it's like a light beigey tinted base, and then it is packed full of flakies and a multichrome magnetic pigment. So as you can see on the nail, it sort of turns to this tan base, sort of a jelly tan base. Then you've got that strong shift in the magnetic pull between gold and green. The flakies on this, I don't know if those are coming across very well, but they're sort of that blurply indigo shade, and they also shift to green. There might be two types of flakies in this one as well. So this one I would probably use as a transformative top coat over other colors. This type of tone of color on my own skin tone, I feel only makes my nails look like they're even more stained than they already are. So I like to use this over other colors, usually darker colors where it won't show off this tan base. But that one was Prototype 271. The next color is a really beautiful green. This one is called Mora. I don't remember what collection this one came out in, but it's a really beautiful soft green full of a glass fleck particle. Mostly what I see is a gold to green, but you can see a little bit of red sparkling away. There's that pink right there. I almost feel like there's two different kinds of shimmers in here, but very strong on that green to gold. So actually more like a yellow to green. So, oh, there we go. Wait a second. There's that pink. There's that pink right there. So that one was Mora. The next one is a really beautiful shifting polish. This is My Muse. This one came out in the AMS Red Tide. This is very inky and mysterious looking. I offhand actually can't remember what the base color is. Maybe a gray. Yeah, I think a gray. If you look at the neck of the bottle, it's sort of a gray-green. And then it is absolutely packed full of that beautiful shimmer. You see blue, pink, blurple, purple, a little bit of orange and gold there at the edge. Another very beautiful mysterious polish from Bee's Knees. That is My Muse. Next up is one of the reflective polishes. This one is called Nine-Tailed Fox. This one came out as an Iron Widow mystery, and I believe this one I bought as a mystery. I think I picked out a few. Willa's wanting attention. I'm going to try to hold her while I do this. Hang on. I don't remember, but I think this one might have been in like the mystery bags that I got from Bee's Knees Lacquer. So oftentimes what they'll do is they will have mystery bags available of their polishes, and I'm pretty sure this is one that I got. So I got 2 bags, each had 2 polishes in it, and I'm pretty sure this was one of them. So this is a very beautiful light green, like, how would I describe this? Sort of like a spring green, and then it's got the reflective glitter in there, and then it's also full of that shifting shimmer. So you've got the yellow to pink, some blue at the edges. I mean, this one has a lot of shiftiness going on. You can see that green and aqua, like a different shade of green than the base is. There's some of that pink. Very, very shiny polish. So that one was Nine-Tailed Fox. Next up, we've got this beauty. This is NYX. This is a magnetic from the Lore Olympus collection. This one was a mystery, but it was spoiled beforehand on purpose. You can find some swatchers that get these ahead of time and have them in a mystery spoiler section. This one, magnetized, you have that really deep blurple, almost indigo or iolite shade of blue purple. And then that magnetic pull is a really beautiful shade of copper, gold, and maybe a little bit of bronze in there. This one's really unique to my collection. I think I said that when I swatched this originally. It's just unlike any other magnetic I have in my collection. Really like that deep base on this one. So that one was NYX. Next up, we've got another shimmer polish. This one is Ogopogo, and I don't remember what collection this one came out in, but look at that multichrome shimmer in here. just beautiful. I see turquoise and green, purple, pink, and gold all at once. This is so beautiful. It is one of the more sheer polishes, so if you wanted to have this in a fully opaque mani, I would probably wear this over a color that you wanted to accentuate in the shift. So maybe pulling like a dark purple so that the greens can pop. If you want the purples to pop, maybe pick a green. So you have a lot of choices with something like this. Let's see if I have some out on my rack. Actually, you know what could be fairly interesting to put this over is this bright green from Orly. This one is Plastic Jungle. It's actually even more intensely green in person than it is on camera. I feel like my camera is sort of taking the neon out of it. It is a bright, true green, like green. On camera, I feel like it's pulling more of that jungle green, which has more blue in it. So just know in person, it's not quite as blue leaning, but I think this could make a really fun base for this to go over to really help the blues and pinks and purples pop. If you wanted the greens to pop, I would say maybe putting this over maybe this one. I mean, that is a pretty intensely purple, but I think that could be fun too. That one is Synthetic Symphony. I think actually that might have come out in the same collection as Plastic Jungle. But another type of polish that I think this could look really beautiful over, obviously if you have it over the purple, what you're going to see mainly is that green and gold. Very cool. I think that would be another very fun combination. So that one was Ogopogo. The next polish is another beautiful shimmer. This one is One Day I'm Going to Hold a Lot of Joy. This one came out in the Fever series. This was one of the very popular shimmer polishes that came out in that collection that had a lot of really beautiful sayings on the... that whole collection had a lot of really beautiful sayings as the names, and this particular one is a really beautiful, almost cornflower blue, slightly purple leaning blue, and then you've got a beautiful shifting shimmer in here. Again, it's sort of that UP particle or UP type of shimmer that has the red to green to gold, a little bit of aqua that I see popping up there at the edges of the bottle. It's one of my favorite types of shimmers because you get to see so many different colors, and I love it in this type of blue. This again will be another one of those colors that I'll have to add to a comparison video here one of these days, because again, I buy this type of polish quite a lot, but they're just all so beautiful. So that one is One Day I'm Going to Hold a Lot of Joy. Next polish is another reflective polish. This one is One True Match. I do believe this was another one that came in that mystery bundle along with this one, which was Nine-Tailed Fox. This was one of my favorites of my mystery bags that time. I thought this was right up my alley because it is a purple polish. You have that beautiful green shimmer in there as well. It sort of shifts to blue and gold and green. Again, one of my favorite types of shifts. You'll see a lot of that here in my Bee's Knees lacquer and in my collection in general. Then you have a really beautiful purple and silver reflective component to this. Very, very pretty. This too is on the more sheer side. A lot of the reflective type of polishes that have a bunch of shimmer in them from Bee's Knees are on the sheerer side. So I would definitely suggest either using a visible blurring base coat underneath it, or if you want to really amp up the color that you're seeing, say the purple, I would use a cream as an undie. For this particular one, I actually have one in my summer rack that I think would match beautifully. It's from China Glaze, and this one is called Funky Beet. It was from the Trolls World Tour collection, and I think the tone of purple in this would match beautifully and give that green shimmer a solid base to pop off of. So that one was One True Match. We're going to do 3 more and then we'll probably wrap it up for video number 2. Look at this beauty. This one is Our Love Spans Across Stars and Worlds. This was from the House of Sand and Bones. Now I'm totally forgetting what the B is. I'm pretty sure it's Bones. This was one of those collections that really blew me away. I do wish that I had maybe purchased a couple more of the non-reflective, but it was quite the month for me buying polish in general, so I was trying to limit the polishes that I was getting. This was the collection that she came out with that was, I believe, 16 pieces, 8 of which had the reflective glitters in it, and the other 8, which were the same large particle multi-chrome pigments, just without the reflective component. It was such a beautiful concept and so well executed. I was really happy with both versions that I got from that collection. This was it. Let's see, which one was this? I think it was, ooh, it'd be hard to, there we go. I think it's this one. I think that is how it looks in 2 coats. This is another super shifty polish. If you want to see more swatches, you can see the whole video of that collection haul on my channel. It was definitely one of my favorite hauls. I thought the multi-chromes were just mind-blowing. She had a lot of what seemed to be very new shifts to my collection, and again adding the reflective component. What I liked about what she did is sometimes they were a different color. So for instance, I think in this one it's sort of like a blue reflective component, and what I love about that is it gives another color that you're going to see along with all of the shifts from the multi-chrome. So just another simply dazzling polish. Cannot wait to wear this one. This is Our Love Spans Across Stars and Worlds. Also loved the names of that collection. Next up is one that I liked so much I accidentally bought it twice. This is Bee's Knees Lacquer Patio Furniture. This one came out in the AMS Red Tide collection, and like I said, I accidentally bought 2 of these. It was a polish that I had purchased from one of her releases, and I had not opened my package by the time she did another release, and I couldn't remember if I'd purchased this, so I added this and another polish to my cart and ended up buying those 2 polishes twice. But that really says something when you accidentally buy something twice. It means you really like it. And this one is absolutely dazzling. It is a gorgeous flaky topper. I don't think the colors are coming across nearly as vibrant as they are in person. You're seeing beautiful shades of like a very soft orange to gold to blue, but in person, that color here, that light orange, is actually like a vibrant, fiery orange. Simply beautiful. Then you also have like a micro iridescent glitter in here as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but you can see that it's not just in a clear base. I mean, obviously the base is clear, but the flakies are not the only thing in here. So it's really pretty unique to my collection as far as a topper goes because it has so many things going on. It's just lovely. So that one was Patio Furniture. And then the last polish that we'll look at in today's video of my Bee's Knees Lacquer collection is this one called Persephone. This is another magnetic from the Lore and Olympus collection, and another that I believe was released as a mystery, but I did see it spoiled, so I was able to pick it out knowing what I would buy. This one has such an intriguing color as the base. It is this swampy, mossy green, full of a multi-chrome magnetic particle in a larger size, and then when you apply the magnet, you're left with a very dark green base, and that multi-chrome shifts from orange to gold to pink. Very beautiful, and another that's rather unique to my collection. I don't wear shades like this too often, but I would like to try to get this on my nails in the fall. Again, it's a super unique polish to my collection, and I just love the multi-chrome magnetic pigment that's in this one. So that one was Persephone. And that's where we're going to wrap it up for today's Bee's Knees Lacquer collection. Let me know down below which ones were your favorites and if I took you back with some of these older polishes. Bee's Knees was one of the original polishes that I discovered when I discovered Indie Polish, so it is one of those brands that I have quite a few of their older bottles, and of course they are one of my favorite brands. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned for parts 3 and parts 4 most likely. I don't know that I can get through 4.5 more rows in one video, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll squeeze that all into part 3. But thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in that next video.